is, mate. What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
It's time!
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another Sunday afternoon episode of Software Explorations. If you do not know who I am your host of the show and of the channel. I am Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. And we have my guy in the building already. I'm technically Tim. What's going on, Tim? Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy, as always, to have you here.
I appreciate you.
All right. So today we're going to do a slight pivot exploration. And then if we do have time, we're going to continue with our Terraform. We are going to be looking into, I really wanted to look into Devin AI, but that's not ready yet for us to try out. Like you have to be on some type of list or something like that. But wait. I did see OpenDevin, which is an open source version of Devin. Like they're trying to recreate Devin, where you can plug in language learning models and stuff like that. So we are going to try that out because that is what we do here. All right. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to see how it is, what it does, if it works. And then if we have time after that, we will continue with our Terraform, working on our AWS Fargate and stuff like that. So that is the plan for today. Let me see if I can fix this camera a bit. Let's go like that. Cool. So that's the plan for today, for this Sunday afternoon. So happy to have you guys here. And of course, happy Easter to everyone out there. So, and if you are spending your Easter afternoon with me, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. All right. So we are going to run through our agenda real quick. Not much to talk about, but we are going to, let me actually get this link, but we're going to just, do what we normally do. And I'm going to share the link for the QA meeting that I have. It's a QA meetup, just different people in QA who wants to meet up. It could be anybody really, but I'm just kind of focused on QA, but anybody's welcome for Thursday, April 4th. So, and I'll also share the link for you to sign up. I'm going to be on a Google Meet on my Google Meet. Just going to hang out, talk about some things, but once we get there, we'll talk about it. So let's get to our agenda. First and foremost, as always, I want to say a big thank you to all of the latest subscribers. And, just really appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone who's been following my content for a while now. We've started this channel end of May last year, beginning of June, and we have grown significantly. So I really appreciate every one of you. So, let's... We are cruising to the end. Let me see if my timer is on, by the way. Let's see. What in the world is going on here? Oh, I see why. Let's see. And we got my guy Mitch in the building. What's going on, Mitch? All right. So okay, there we go. There. Oh my God! Like, why are they? Why are they picking on Tim? I don't like that. Oh my goodness, these timers are so picky. I'm gonna fix that real quick. What did they pick on Tim for? Stop spamming symbols. I like symbols. I like excessive symbols. So we're gonna disable that one too. See, I already disabled the caps one. I'm disabling the symbols. So Tim, feel free, throw in those symbols again, because bitch, like this bot, he's a lot more strict, right? He's not as laid back as the other bot who never shows up to work, apparently. But this bot always shows up to work, but he doesn't like excessive caps, doesn't like excessive symbols. Um, so I just they don't like excessive emojis. So I have to get him to calm down a little bit. All right. So I'm gonna I like emojis. I like caps. I like symbols. So I just I just took care of that. So it's throw in those symbols, throw in these emojis. For real, right? For real. Like imagine if Nightbot was the judge in Fulton County. Don't worry, Tim. I got you. I got you. All right. So now that we got that, I have to train these bots. Like these robots, they get out of control. You give them a little bit of power, and they just go all out. All right. So, like I said, thank you to all of the newest subscribers. Thank you for all the past subscribers. I really, really appreciate you. So I'll talk about the QA event, but let's go and let's jump into our show schedule. We have our Mondays and Wednesdays. We have the morning show where we review some news articles, and then we do our Flutter development. Then we have on Sundays, today, we have our software explorations. We are focused on Terraform, but today in particular, we're going to do a slight pivot. We're going to try out the OpenDevin repository, see if we're able to set that up, if we're able to configure it. And then if we have time after that, we're going to do a little bit more Terraform work. So that is on Sundays. And then we have Tuesday nights, our Q&A sessions, where we come with questions. I give answers. We do what we can. You are able to call into the show as well if you feel like it, and we can have a discussion. And then we have Thursday nights where we do some more software explorations. We focus on more QA, more specific things. This coming Thursday, we're going to be working on API testing. We're going to start working on APIs, API testing, how you can actually practice with some APIs. So you definitely want to tune in this coming Thursday. So one more time, Mondays and Wednesdays in the morning, we have our coffee and kata. We review some news articles, and then we do some Flutter mobile app development. Then we go to Sundays, Terraform, Sunday afternoons, software explorations. Tuesdays, Q&A, and then Thursdays, we have more software explorations. We're going to be focusing on API testing for the next coming few weeks. So that is our live show schedule. So I really, really enjoyed the live shows. But we also have our pre-recorded content where we premiere on Mondays. Candid Conversation is going to be a really, really good one. You might hate me for that Candid Conversation, but it is what it is. Wednesdays, we have software explorations, concepts, and overviews where we do presentations. This coming Wednesday, we're going to start off with giving a good overview on APIs, what they are, what their purpose is, how they're used, who uses them. And I'm going to do a quick sample demo on how you can get started using, to practice with APIs, because it is very, very necessary. Anything you do in the tech industry today, it's going to be with APIs. So you really, really want to tune in and follow that. And I'll show you where you can get some APIs that you can test out with. Really good stuff. And then we have on Fridays, we have the Bug Bite, where we review different software industry related bugs, and we review them, talk about that. This coming Friday on the Bug Bite, we are going to be talking about, can the federal government ask these social media sites what you've been watching? We're going to find out. So definitely want to tune in. And then throughout the week, we have shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show that go Monday through Friday. So, making them in bite-sized digestible pieces so that, you can get that content any way that you like it. So that is our pre-recorded content. So, something for everyone. All right. So we are going to get into the show. Let me put this volume. All right, cool. All right. So before I forget, I'll try to remember to put this throughout the show as well. But we have, like I said, I'm doing the QA meetup. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and you are free to jump on the call, our Google Meet on Thursday, April 4th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's online, 1 hour. We're just going to talk. So what I want to talk about that day, network with you guys, collaborate, and talk about. So we're going to talk about sharing our experiences in QA. We're going to talk about different tools that we use in QA, navigating different challenges that we find in QA, and some ideas for networking. Trying to bring QA people together. I remember back down here in South Florida, there used to be a meetup at UKG when it was Ultimate Software, where it was for a QA meetup. But I don't know if that still happens. But we can get together online and we can talk, collaborate, see what each other are working on, if we need help with anything, and also it's an opportunity to find out what type of content you guys need. That what are you looking to get into? Because for one thing, I'm looking to get into is GraphQL, and we are going to touch on that in the next in the coming month or so. So just to get some feedback from you guys and see how I can better help you, as well as how things are going, and work with one another. So that is the plan. The link, and I can share the event as well. Let's look at it together. So this is it, right? And it's free. It's a free thing. And you can just read through the details, but it's on Thursday, April 4th. And feel free to join. And it's gonna be added to your calendar. And I am looking forward to seeing you on the Google Meet call. All right. So that being said, let's not waste any more time. It's already 3:00 Eastern time. Let's just jump into the whole plan. All right, so I'm going to pull up OpenDevin, and let's throw our first 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to do.
All right, so this is the OpenDevin repository, and I'm going to have some things to say about it as well. Let's read together. So it already has 41 contributors, which is awesome. And let's go through the README. There's OpenDevin, code less, make more. And let's look at the little demo video real quick. Make it bigger. This is starting a new task. What's the Python script given in Celsius temperatures? And it's doing all this based on asking for a Python script given temperature in Celsius, and it does all of this, right? So we are going to we're gonna play around with it, see what it does for us. But let's read the mission statement. Welcome to OpenDevin, an open source project aiming to replicate Devin, an autonomous AI software engineer who is capable of executing complex engineering tasks and collaborating actively with users on software development projects. This project aspires to replicate, enhance, and innovate upon Devin through the power of the open source community. And this is currently a work in progress. All right. OpenDevin is still a work in progress, but you can run the alpha version to see things working end to end. So requirements, Linux, Mac OS, or WSL on Windows. So we're on Mac OS right now. We have Docker. We have Python. I believe my Python is greater than 3.11. And then Node.js, I know my Node.js is greater than 14.8. So installation, first pull our latest sandbox image via Docker. We can do that. No, you'll need to be able to run Docker without sudo. Okay, we can do that. Copy the um copy this to um here. Add an OpenAI API key to conf.toml. I'm not sure what the toml files are. And or you can see how to use for different models. We'll just use OpenAI to get started. I'll go ahead and create a new OpenAI key for that. Next, start the backend. And so then to start the backend, this is how you do it. If pip doesn't work for you, you can also run. Okay, so that's if that doesn't work. Pip should work perfect, or pip and should work perfectly fine for us. Then in a circuit terminal, start the front end, cd, and so okay, so the back end is working in Python, is built in Python. The front end is built with Node. You should see the okay, and it's starting. All right, so what it's doing here, it's starting this OpenDevin on port 3000, which is typically the port that Node would run on. So that's why they're saying in here it's gonna start Node on port 3001. And if we want to change the model to like either Claude, Gemini, or something else, then we would make a change here. But we're not going to be worried about that for now. And you can also set the base URL for local custom models. We're not going to do that. We're just going to try it out the box. And then you can run it in the command line. So this is talking about what is Devin. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Devin yet, but let's find out what Devin is. Oh, I got both bots running. Okay, let me retire one of them for today. I'll retire it afterwards. All right, so just do it right now. Let's just go to Virtual. All right. So what is Devin? Devin represents a cutting-edge autonomous agent designed to navigate the complexities of software engineering. It leverages a combination of tools such as a shell, code editor, and web browser, showcasing the untapped potential of language learning models in software development. Our goal is to explore and expand upon Devin's capabilities, identifying both its strengths and areas for improvement to guide progress of open code models. So, why OpenDevin? The OpenDevin project is born out of the desire to replicate, enhance, and innovate beyond the original Devin model. By engaging with the open source community, we aim to tackle the challenges faced by code language learning models in practical scenarios, producing works that significantly contribute to the community and pave the way for future advancements. Awesome. So, research strategy, achieving full replication of production grade application with LLMs with language learning models is a complex endeavor. Our strategy involves core technical research, focusing on foundational research to understand and improve the technical aspects of code generation and handling, specialist abilities, enhancing the effectiveness of core components through the data creation, training methods, and more. And then task planning, developing capabilities for bug detection, which is pretty cool, especially if you are into the QA realm of things, code management and optimization, evaluation, establishing comprehensive evaluation metrics to better understand and improve our models. So what is the technology stack? Sandboxing environment, ensuring safe execution of code using technologies like Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, Docker, like you guys know how much I love Docker. Always using Docker for pretty much everything I do. I was just working with one of my tech barbarians yesterday, getting them a crash course in Docker. And you see their face when things started to work, like with even limited understanding, when they saw that things started to work, it's just a huge smile. So when it just, like I always tell you guys, just get out there and like start doing something and see, start doing something and you'll see how your world starts to change. Front-end interface, developing user-friendly interfaces for monitoring progress and interfacing with Devin or interacting with Devin, potentially leveraging frameworks like React or creating a VS Code plugin for more integrated experience. So that sounds pretty cool. So what are the next steps that are needed for this OpenDevin? An MVP demo is urgent for us. Here are the most important things to do. So, keep like for those who are interested in getting involved in something, listen up. So for the OpenDevin project, UI, a chat interface, a shell demonstrating commands, a browser, etc., architecture, an agent framework with a stable backend which can read, write, and run simple commands. Agent capable of generating bash scripts, running tests, etc. Evaluation, a minimal evaluation pipeline that is consistent with Devin's evaluation. After finishing building the MVP, we will move forward. We will move towards research in different topics, including foundation models, specialist capabilities, evaluation, agent studies, etc. Now, the question: how can you contribute to OpenDevin? OpenDevin is a community-driven project, and we welcome contributions from everyone, whether you're a developer, a researcher, or simply enthusiastic about advancing the field of software engineering with AI. There are many ways to get involved. So, if you want to, especially for those who are like, let me read it and I'll tell you who should really take heed to this, right? Code contributions. Help us develop the core functionalities, front-end interface, or sandbox solutions. Research and evaluation. Contribute to the understanding of language learning models in software engineering. Participate in evaluating the models or suggest improvements. Feedback and testing. Use the OpenDevin toolset, report bugs, suggest features, or provide feedback on usability. So I would say here, right, especially here, QA people and UI UX people, you definitely want to get involved in this part. You have to test it and find the different bugs that are there in order to build that experience that you need. This would be a great project for you to actually contribute to. And you can just go straight into here, and there's already like we'll look at these issues in a few, right? But this is going to be great for you, like a great way to build experience, testing out something that a bunch of people are working on. So I know if I was reviewing a resume and you said that you were working on the OpenDevin project and you created these bugs and they got resolved, and you made these recommendations for the UI, you suggested these features and they got built. I would be floored by it. So, keep that in mind. Research and evaluation. This one right here looks like for people like Mitch, right? Who are into data and things like that, who can look at like how is the data being used and stuff like that. And then code contributions. These are for the people who are interested in software engineering, software engineers, front-end developers. How can you make the front end better? Can you if there's stories, if there's issues that need to be resolved, can you go out there and fix them? Can you if you see an enhancement, a feature request, can you go out there and build it and then submit a pull request to see if it's going to be approved or if there's some code you need to update, see the sentiment, right? So definitely want to check that. So there's something like in this project, there's something for everyone to get involved in. So, all right, for details, check this. Let's see what this document is. So contributing. So, there goes a guide to contributing to the OpenDevin project. So check this out. All right. And I'll drop this in the chat for those who are interested. But I think this is a great opportunity. All right. So join us. We use Slack to discuss. So if you are, and I always tell you guys, Slack is what's used at work. So if you can join this OpenDevin group where you can be part of the discussions and work together with other developers, other software testers, other UI UX developers, other front-end developers, this is building experience, okay? So we use Slack to discuss. Feel free to fill out the form if you would like to join the Slack organization of OpenDevin. We will reach out shortly if we feel you are a good fit to the current team. Stay updated with OpenDevin's project, share your ideas, and collaborate with fellow enthusiasts and experts. Together, we can make significant strides towards simplifying software engineering tasks and creating more efficient, powerful tools for developers everywhere. Code less, make more with OpenDevin. So, let's take a quick look at the issues that are in here. I'm not going to go into them by detail, but I want to see the name. No module name light LLM. That was opened an hour ago. Google Gemini enhancement, UI bug, chat bubble. You see, like so many different opportunities. As you find bugs, you just create them. Have OpenDevin work on OpenDevin issues. Updating main.py to and the other Python scripts to be compatible with Windows. OpenDevin with local models Olama. Grok not being listed as a provider, and so like there's a bunch of different stuff in here that you can get involved with. Start like if things aren't working, start creating them. This one opened yesterday, open yesterday, open yesterday. Let's see what's been closed, or if anything's been closed. So there's been a bunch that's been closed, right? Very, very unsafe attachments, open AI services, Docker container becomes unmanageable. So things are getting fixed. So let's see. Let's take a look at the first one. Sorry this happened. We do set a maximum number of iterations. Cool. All right. So there you go. Something like definitely something to get involved with, especially if you're looking to be in tech, whatever position in tech that you're looking to be in. And even if you're not interested in like participating in this particular project, which I think is a good opportunity, I think that you should at least try it out. And that's what I'm doing here. Do I have the capacity to participate in this? I don't know. Probably not. If one of the people that I'm coaching were to participate in this, then I would like help them and coach them through it. But I probably don't have the bandwidth for this. But I'll see. I will see. But yeah, so just wanted to go through the README of this GitHub. And then now we can actually get started to work on this. So let's go back to code and let's see, what do we need to do? So first and foremost, so we have our requirements checked. And let me see what version of Python I'm running. It should probably be the right one, but let's see. What's the thing for the version? All right, so Python. Okay, got you. Okay. What in the world? Okay, so I'm running 3.10. I didn't know that. Well, let's upgrade Python then. How to upgrade Python version. So let's find out, how do we upgrade our Python version first. And we're gonna let's do it on Mac. Could be a homebrew. So brew update install Python 3. So we'll do brew upgrade Python 3. Or upgrade. All right, so now we do Python V. Still says the old version. Let's see. All right, so that's not working. All right, let's see. Mac upgrade to Python 3.11. Installing Python 3.11 on Mac. All right, so let's try this. Let's go to down. Oh, so the latest. Oh, I didn't even know the latest is 3.12. So let's get that one. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Guess we'll go with this one. All right, so Python is installing. All right, let's see. So after we do this, we will need to pull this. And then, all right, so this is done. And if we do this again, all right, how do we get the latest version then? Let me see if I exit.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
And exit all the terminals. Nope. Oh my goodness. I hate when this happens. So, easy way to upgrade. Okay, we did that. And then go through the installer. When the installer is finished, double click. Okay, we did all that. Hmm. Mm, let's see. Mac. There's this solved. You can choose. You can also configure the system to. They don't say how though. All right. Oh, let me see something. Ah, okay. Got it. All right, cool. All right, let's go to break and we will pick up right after the break. Okay, so little maintenance that we have to do, but here we are. What's going on? So let's see. Let's do this for our break. Let's go on LinkedIn. Why don't we? And let's talk about jobs. Put 5 minutes up on the clock. And let's look. Since today is Sunday, why don't we look for some prompt? Some prompt engineering jobs. So what do we have over here? So when I don't know, I searched for prompt engineer. I didn't get nothing related to prompt engineer. All right, so look at that. All right, so let's see. Publix Principal Quality Assurance in Lakeland, Florida. So test automation, QA automation architect with, I wonder what that is. That's interesting. QA automation architect plus pre-sales. This billable role is supporting QA practices, specific consulting advisory, architecture activities and sales, pre-sales, and delivery, working closely with the account manager, partner, or consultant partner. This is interesting. Lead and design solutions for complex testing problems, the requirements, conceptualize. So this is the basic QA stuff. But here is the part. So this is weird. Manage end-to-end pre-sales pursuits in coordination with cross-functional teams. Sell to Fortune 1000 companies as an individual contributor. Mitch, am I missing something here? Lead and design complex solutions for design solutions for complex testing problems. But manage end-to-end pre-sales pursuits. Develop and sell large deals in IT consulting. Collaborate global workforce to convert sale leads into clients. This sounds like a mixture of. It sounds like a mixture of. Oh snap! Okay, 1 second. I do this here. Something's always happening. All right, 1 second. Let's do this. Fighting with this space, apparently. And let's clear that out. It's been a crazy weekend, but we are here. Yeah, this position sounds so weird. I wish I'm gonna ask Joseph and Trey about that, like, because I don't see how the two mix. Like, what type of QA automation architect mixes with like tech sales? I, I'm I'm baffled, must say, but it is what it is. Let me check my disk space. All right. So start recording again. Okay. So yeah, this is weird. Manage relationships, account mining, revenue growth, client satisfaction, collaborate with global workforce. Okay, we read that. Define and execute sales campaigns to generate leads and build a well-qualified sales pipeline. Demonstrate willingness to learn and improve knowledge, yada yada yada. Experience in either or all of Selenium, WebDriver, Core Java, TestNG, REST API. I am so confused by this raw. You know, I'm just gonna send that over to send that over to I don't want to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna send that over to Joseph later because that is so weird. That's so weird. I don't know. I'm lost by I'm totally confused by this raw. But you know, we will. I'll send it to him later to see what that's all about because that is so weird.
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
So we'll look at this one real quick and then we'll get back to it. So this is Associate Director, Generative AI Prompt Engineer. Responsibilities: develop and refine prompts to interact effectively with generative AI models, ensuring high quality, relevant, and contextually accurate outputs. Collaborate with cross teams. All right. Conduct thorough testing and iteration of prompt based on user feedback and models. All right. All that. Qualifications: 8 years of recent work experience. Bachelor's degrees from accredited college, university in computer science, linguistics, cognitive science, or related field. Experience with natural language processing and machine learning frameworks and tools preferred. Advanced degree in relevant fields, as well as published work or contributions to the field of AI, NLP, or computational linguistics preferred. Deep understanding of generative AI technologies and their underlying mechanisms, excellent problem solving, and creativity in designing prompts for complex queries. Interesting. This is interesting. This one is supposed to be based in Fort Lauderdale. Interesting. All right. Anyways, let me check the chat, and we're going to get back to our open Devin. So, like, yeah, that's why I'm a little like it definitely feels like three roles in one right there, right? And that's like a solution designer architect plus customer success pre-sales solution designer. Exactly. It's I don't know, kind of baffling, but allegedly the salary is around 130K, which it I don't it it doesn't seem. I don't know. That seems like those three jobs in one doesn't seem like it's warrant, like especially for San Jose, California, where it gets you to 130K. So I don't know. Anyways, let's get back to the real work. So we are going to go back to here. So what I do need to do, I don't know if I need to do it now, but I do need to like do a symlink to my to the newest version of Python. But if I can do this now, then like, if I don't need to do it now, then I'll do it later. But if I do, then we'll just figure it out together. All right. So we are going to open back up this, and if we go to Docker pull from this location. Great. I gotta start Docker. So one thing after the other. All right, I got Docker desktop starting. Mitch said, oh, I didn't start the clock.
Let's go! Let's go!
Mitch says that's why he didn't take the other role at the startup company. They wanted you to be like everything. Like only thing they didn't want you to be was like the CEO, right? But you have to be the CFO, the CTO, the data person, the salesperson. You have to be everything. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So Docker is running. All right, cool. Let's try that again. And it's going to pull Docker in or pull the image in. And I highly recommend everyone out there in tech to get familiar with Docker, whether you are in databases or cybersecurity or QA or software engineering. Docker is your friend. It is something that you definitely want to get more familiar with. So, I have a playlist on Docker where I break down what it is, and then we're actually using it to do some things, building images, using Docker Compose. So you really want to get familiar with that because it will help you tremendously in your journey in technology as a whole. All right. So now we are here. It says run Docker. So we have run Docker. We got that. And then it says copy. Where do they want me to copy this though? That's what I'm a little. I guess I have to do a. All right. So I'm going to have to clone this repo. So let's copy this. And we're gonna do cd code maybe. Or we'll put it into PyCharm projects, and we'll do git clone OpenDevin is going to make a copy of the project. Pretty quick. And from here we can follow the instructions. So we need to, all right, so let's do cd OpenDevin. All right, so let's do ls on. So, all right, so let me clear this out and let's do ls. So we have and here's the thing. All right, I see so many people who are interested in like cybersecurity or Linux and stuff like that. Do you see, just to navigate my terminal, how many Linux commands that I have to use and get familiar with? There's so when they say, oh, I want to learn Linux is so massive, but there's some commands that you're just going to get familiar with just by navigating terminal and doing this type of work. So it's really important. And I have a Linux course that I started taking, but I learned so much about the operating system, the framework, just by doing work. And that's why I always tell you guys, like, get started. And a lot of times I need to know how to do something. I just go and I search it. I just do a Google search. Oh, how do I do this? How do I kill a task? How do I search for something? And that's how I learned. So it's a combination, taking courses, but also experimenting. And that's why I'm with you guys, like just about every single day, experimenting, trying things out. You see me do more Googling to figure out how to do something. Like I have the idea, I have the concept. So one thing you'll see that you really need to get familiar with is how to search for things, how to research. I know a lot of people, they just want to use ChatGPT and stuff like that. ChatGPT doesn't really, it might help you on how to ask questions, but it's only as good as the questions that you ask. So you need to really get familiar and how to research effectively. All right, so we are going to make a copy. So you're going to see me use another command CP for copy, config. We're going to copy it to config. We're going to copy it to config.toml. All right, so now if we do ls, now we have our config.toml. And I could open this in PyCharm, but for now, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll open it in PyCharm. Well, I'm not going to open it in PyCharm because I just don't want the resources in PyCharm, like if I don't need it yet. So we'll just leave it in this for now. So I'm going to, let me open up another browser. I'm going to drag it to the other screen so I can log into my OpenAI. And not that. I need to create a key in OpenAI. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna go into vim, so vim to edit the config.toml, and you see this right here, our language learning model API key, which what they said is we need to put in our API key from OpenAI. So, and if you guys aren't familiar, like I've done this in the morning when we're working on the Chaos Camp OpenAI challenge. So, but we'll go and I'll show you this OpenAI stuff. And like what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna go over to API keys, and once I go here, then we'll create a new OpenAI key. I should disable this because I'm not using this one anyway. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the screen. I'm going to generate my OpenAI key. I'm gonna call it OpenDevin and create new key. I'm going to copy my key and I'm gonna move this off the screen. So, oops. Before I do that, I'm just gonna go into edit mode. So to go, like when you open up a Vim file, or a file to edit, to go into edit mode in, and I learned this in like 2005, right? When you're editing a file in this way, you press I to go into insert mode, and then you make your changes. And I'm gonna move this off the screen for now, so you don't see my OpenAI key. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. Just saying. So I'm gonna paste that in there, and so then you press escape to go back into non-insert mode, and then you press the colon to, and then I'm gonna do W to save it, to write it, and then Q to quit. And now we have our have that. So next up, let me clear this. We are going to start the backend. So Python -m pip install. So we already have pip in V, but but let's just follow this, right? So Python. So yes. All right. Let me see. How to symlink Python 3.12 to Python. Let's see. Type Python V. Okay. So let me see if I can do. So it's using 3.0.8. I never had Python 2 on this computer. So if I do, let's see if this works. I might break everything, but we shall find out. Python equals Python 3.12. VSHRC. Let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. Let's do that with sudo. Oops. Darn it. Mm, okay. Is there like no? This should be like something super simple to do. Oh, create a virtual. All right, let's try to create a virtual environment. So let's do. All right, so let's go back. Let's try to do a virtual environment thing. Let's go here. Oh, let's do just. Oh, where's that? All right, let's try to copy this. All right, we already, like I said, we already had that. What is this command gonna do? Let's try that. Python 3 was not found on your system. You can specify specific versions of Python with dash dash path to Python. Okay. Okay. Um. Oh, okay. I have an idea. Ooh. Um. Okay. So how do I find the path to a Python installation on a Mac? I can do. Okay, so if we do which Python 3.12. Oh, nice. So if we take this and we say, doo, 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 pip env dash dash Python and then path to Python. So no module named. Did I miss a space? Oh, okay, I missed a space. All right. Space. Let's see what happens. And ooh, look at that. Look at that. So your pip file requires Python version. Something's happening. Let's see. So you see, so I'm technically Tim says, love to see it. Yeah, like, and you see how like nothing works smoothly. Like we're reading this and like, oh, we needed Python 11 or 3.11, and it's like, well, I don't have Python 3.11. Well, let's figure it out. And how we Google it, we find something, and now it's doing all this crazy stuff here. Taking way longer than I would want. Should be done soon. And it's creating an environment to run it in. Okay. We still have to go through the. All right. So, okay, something happened. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Kind of see what happened, but installing something here. I would install the requirements file, so I'm not. It's kind of weird, like using this pip and install. Like it's like there's an install script based off the environment that it's setting up. What it seems like. Let's research that real quick. Pip env installation is recommended for most. See, but what we ran is a little bit different than that, though. Let's see. Hmm. This is it. This is interesting because I didn't do pip install, or did I? Let me see. I did python-m pip env install -v, which is different than pip because pip install installed the pip env, but the pip env install -v is what I'm a little confused about right here. Let's see what this says. Installing. Okay, so the pip env install kind of works like the requirements file from what I see here. I wonder where I've never used this part before. Installs provided packages and adds them to a pip file, or if no packages are given, installs all packages from pip file. That's interesting. I haven't done it this way. I always do like installing the requirements file, but it looks like I wonder where that's stored. So that's something for me to look into. But yeah, this isn't done yet, but it's getting there. So yeah, right now what it's doing is if we read over pip env install. Installs all dependencies for a project. So the project is the OpenDevin. So by us doing the pip env install, it's installing and -v. I wonder what the V stands for. I would think it's version, but I don't know. But it would be doing that for all of the dependencies that the OpenDevin project uses. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's installing right now. Okay, so let's see. It looks like it's done. So to activate this virtual environment, run pip env shell. Okay, cool. So, and that's what it said to do here. So we have our virtual environment. So, okay, so what I'm understanding, when we run this command, it's going to install all of the dependencies into and create the virtual environment at the same time. So now if we do python-m pip env shell.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
And there we go. So we have our OpenDevin. Okay, so because normally, so what happens normally is when you create the environment, you give it a name and everything like that, then you install all of your dependencies. But with this way of doing it, it creates the environment and installs all the dependencies and gives it a name. So we have the OpenDevin environment name. Let's see here. Cool. Okay, cool. And let's get with what in the world? Okay, so we did that. And let's see if this command works before we go to break. Let's see if this command works before going to break. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we have UV-corn, and you guys see me use Don uses UV-corn a lot. You've seen me use it on our chaos camps in the morning. So device OpenDevin.server.listen app port 3000. See? I'm not sure if anything is supposed to happen here, but it's just blinking. Oh, okay, so if pip env doesn't work for you, you can also run python-m pip env requirements and then requirements.txt and python-m install requirements. So yeah, so this is the way I normally do the pip install requirements, but through the pip env there is a way through this command it does all of this for us. Cool. So I wasn't familiar with this part, so that is I just learned something new myself. So we see something happening over here, and UVcorn is running on 127.0.1. Press Control C to quit. So application startup is complete. Shout out to that. So step 1, complete win for the good guys. All right, so let's go to break. Man, what do you think about that? How do you like those apples? How do you like those apples, huh? All right, so let me make this scroll a little bit faster. All right, so we're on break. What do you guys think? So far, we got the backend running. Pretty easy. I mean, outside of the Python part, which is not based on the OpenDevin, we just had to get that upgraded. This started up pretty easily. No big deal. Took a few minutes for the all the necessary dependencies to be installed, but nothing major. So far, we got the backend running. When we get back from break, we're going to start the front end. So let's put our 5 minutes on the clock. And let's go back to our LinkedIn. Let's see what we got going on LinkedIn. So we're looking at this associative generative AI prompt engineer. So is currently seeking an associate director, generative AI prompt engineer to join our automation COE team. So you'd be working with machine learning engineers, product managers, UX designers, and integrate prompt-driven AI features into products. Sounds pretty cool. All right, let's see what else do they have. So it looks like they have a bunch of this position for this company in different locations, if that's the case. So prompt engineer, Scale AI, New York metropolitan area, which is a hybrid position. So Scale's mission is to accelerate the development of AI and AI-powered applications with a focus in human labeling annotation. Scale services are trusted by industry-leading businesses such as OpenAI, Lyft, Meta, GM, Samsung, Airbnb, Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA. Scale works at the frontier of AI development, trust, and safety. Our workflows include development of language learning models for commercial purposes. Yada, 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 all right. So you will develop language learning models applications to evaluate data quality, solve difficult problems of synthetic data capabilities, and execute business solutions. Jailbreak and find vulnerabilities in language learning models and generative AI models. Develop training materials for red teaming and adversarial analysis. Conduct training with operations staff. All right. Develop data creation vulnerability testing scripts in Python, TypeScript. Work with machine learning engineers and software engineers for robust implementation and in-platform deployment. Develop and teach new prompt engineering methods to machine learning engineers and software engineer staff. Like, and from what I'm reading, like this prompt engineer role is it has some QA aspects to it, like some quality assurance aspects to it, where making sure that solving the difficult problems, finding vulnerabilities and stuff like that. So when you hear these, I always hear people like, "Oh, is this going to take our jobs? Is this going to?" Well, I mean, number one, nothing will ever completely replace a human. But, like for example, back in the days where they used to have the horse and buggies, right? And you would get a quote unquote a taxi ride on the horse, and you're sitting in a little buggy, and they're taking you around. And some places they still have it as a activity to do, right? But they would have taking around on the horse. Now we have taxi drivers who are I mean, they're not driving Mustangs, but a taxi driver could drive a Mustang if they wanted. You probably get a Uber who might be driving a Mustang, but you see how the horse and buggy driver, or whatever you'd call that person, would be replaced by a taxi driver. And instead of having to smell the horse take care of business, now you might be smelling the taxi driver. Who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? So and now I remember when Uber was coming out, oh my god, we can't have Uber, what's gonna happen to the taxi drivers? Well, if Uber is faster and easier to get, then I'm sorry, taxi drivers, it is what it is. And I mean, I don't see as many taxis as I used to. Maybe in New York City there's still a bunch of taxis, but I am not mad with innovation. So there's always going to be Q engineers, there's always going to be software engineers, but now we're seeing there's prompt engineers, there's machine 10 years ago, did you ever hear of a machine learning engineer? I surely had it. But now that's a new position, machine learning engineers. I barely ever heard of data engineers 10 years ago. Maybe I did hear about them 10 years ago, but 20 years ago, I never heard of data engineers. Now, it's all about data and analytics, So things evolve, but when we want to say, "Oh no, I'm a software engineer. Oh no, I'm a Q engineer," and that's that.
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
Or my favorite is, I only want to do machine. I only want to do manual testing. So if we were moving into the realm of testing, like this says here, develop language learning applications to evaluate data quality, solve difficult problems. And then over here is develop data creation and vulnerability testing scripts in Python and TypeScript. The world is moving on. And if you're like, "Oh, I only want to do manual testing," well, look, what am I doing today? I'm exploring, and we're making good progress with OpenDevin. And I can't wait to get my hands on the real Devin. And now I'm like, okay, what can I do to test this stuff? What can we do? I'm gonna hit up Don and hey, what can we do with this stuff? But it's if you're not moving forward, then you're moving backwards, and you're gonna get left behind. And I personally will not feel sorry for you, because I don't feel sorry for almost anyone. But it is what it is. All right, so let's finish this one up, and then we'll move on. So you have a BS or higher in quantitative major or one related to language models, linguistics, philosophy, this is interesting. So they're not even asking here for a this is interesting. They're not even asking here for a like computer science degree. So return of the English and philosophy and psychology majors. Shout out, they're don't as L Cool J said, don't call it a comeback. All right. So proficiency writing Python or TypeScript for API enabled scripts, which is this line right here is interesting to be mixed with the linguistics and philosophy degrees, bachelor's degrees. So that's going to be interesting. Ability to conduct analysis or model performance via statistics and data visualizations. Experience using frontier scale language learning models, GPT, Claude, Palm, programmatically towards specific applications or implementations. Demonstrated ability to have built a language learning model based application or hacking and language learning model to serve some novel purpose. So hacking, ethical hacking. I repeat, ethical hacking. Familiarity with language learning models, evaluation metrics, Blue, Rogue, Mauve, etc., and statistics. Strong written and verbal communications. A creative mindset to drive experimentation and internal research and development. See, creative mindsets are very, very important. And nice to have previous experience with AI, language learning models, developmental work, or red teaming with a strong plus. Academic work in language models, particular on adversarial robustness, previous disclosures or vulnerabilities or security issues in language learning models, blah, 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 blah. And the base salary for this full-time position or in our hub locations of San Francisco, New York, or Seattle is $140,000 to $210,000 per year. Yes, 140K to 210K per year. All right. So, Scale AI, or what's the other name? Scale AI in New York. This they claim it's this does not seem like an entry level position. What's the amount of years? They don't even say how many years of experience that they're looking for. So, hey, Scale AI people, hybrid position in New York City. All right, so let's get on with the show. Like I said, we're probably not gonna get to Terraform. I'm gonna have to update the thumbnail and the title of the show because we are not gonna get into Terraform today. I should have suspected it, but it is what it is. So let's get into the next part. So let's see here. All right. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. All right. So, then in second terminal, so open up a new terminal and we're going to go into the front end folder and then we're going to do a npm install, npm start. So npm install is to install all of the necessary modules and dependencies for the node project, and then we're going to start the application. So let's go here and we're going to open a new tab or terminal, I guess. All right, so tab. Okay, new tab. And we're going to go to CD front end. And we're going to say npm install. So in the base of the directory, they have the Python stuff. And then inside of the front end folder, they have their the front end, like with Node there. So two different languages in one. All right, let's put up our last. Probably gonna be the last segment. We'll see. Either the last or maybe we'll do one more after that based on where we're at. I would like to finish this up today, so we'll see if we need to do one more. So npm install. All right, so now it's going to install all of our node dependencies. All right. So we have our node dependencies done. And next up, we're going to do npm start. Simple as that. And there we are. We are at here localhost 3001. So just one more than Andre 3000. We are at localhost 3001. We're going to copy. Well, I don't have to copy it. I know how to type it in. But we are going to, let's go to another window. Localhost 3001. See what we come up with. Waiting. Oh my goodness. Well, looky here. We have Mr. Oh, what? What in the speak, and we shall have Mr. Don in the building. Don, the one and only Don from Chaos Camp. What up, Don?
I appreciate you.
I haven't spoken to Don in a few weeks. We need to connect this week, Don. But playing around with OpenDevin, and here we are. So, what should I ask OpenDevin? What should I ask OpenDevin? I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words now. I'm just happy that we have this up and running. So, let's take a look around. So, if I click on browser, let's see, code editor, planner, current focus, set up the development environment according to the project's instructions. Set up the development environment. Okay. All right. Terminal. All right. Let's see. And I'm taking any suggestions on what I should type in here. Let's see. So let's go back to the repo. So you'll see running. Okay, we got that running. And guess what? So all this is running locally. We could easily set this up to run on an AWS environment just by following the same exact steps here. I don't know. What is a zip bomb file, Don? You always I have to ask. So let's start with something basic. What is a basic thing we can ask it to do? We need to say, so I don't know. I should have thought about this. I didn't think about this. So let's say let's take an example from Mitch, right? I need a Python script to use NumPy to get the top but to get the top car sales in 2024. Let's try that. Let's see what it does. Starting new task. All right. I'll ask it for the code next. We'll see what happens, Don. So Don, who's being mischievous, says ask Devin to write a code to create a zip bomb file. It should not allow it. And says, and if you don't know what a zip bomb file is, it is a zip file that will keep unzipping forever until the computer is out of resources. It is known It is a known file type. Ethical test restrictions for most language learning models will deny this request. Um, Command is executed. Well, that doesn't look right. Given that I need to code a Python script using NumPy to get the top, there is no existing file in the workspace. It should be started by outlining. Start by outlining the steps for this task. First, I need to write a Python script. For this script to analyze the top car sales, I would ideally need access to some future. Oh yeah, I should have said 2023, shouldn't I? Anyways, since predicting future sales is not within my capabilities, nor do I have access to future data, I must. This is interesting though. Oh. Okay. Something is happening. Since predicting future is not within my capabilities, nor do I have access to future, I must approach this as a hypothetical situation where I simulate sales data for several car models using NumPy. The simulated data can then be sorted to find the top selling models. The first step now is to check if Python and NumPy are installed. Okay. So it checked. It said install NumPy. I wrote the file car sales simulation command Python 3 car sales simulation executed. I successfully created and executed a Python script simulating top car sales in 2024 with NumPy. The script generates random sales data for various car models, sorting them in descending order of the sales, and prints out the top sales. This fulfills the task requirement of using NumPy to analyze top car sales abate with simulated data. My task seems to be complete. Huh. So let's look at the terminal output. So I gotta get this updated, but anyways, pipe3 list grab NumPy, install NumPy because it saw that NumPy didn't exist, because if it did, it would have showed up here. Collecting NumPy, so it downloaded NumPy, installed the package, successfully installed. Warning, running pip as root user can result in broken permissions. Okay, we know that. I thought we were in a brush version. I guess not exactly. So top car sales in 2024, convertible, sedan, hatchback. You think convertibles sell more than sedans? Hatchback. So if we do, can I type in this terminal? Let's see. Oops, didn't do that right. So I can't. Huh. I wonder if this file is actually created. So if we interesting. Well, what if we ask let's go with Don's suggestion. Can you write me code for a zip file? Let's see. Let's see what it says, Don. Let's see what it says. Let's see. The request is unethical behavior that I cannot fulfill. All right, so there you go. You are correct with that, Don. It did restrict it, so that's awesome. And it's using OpenAI as its background. I recognize the requested task involved unethical behavior that I cannot fulfill. Let's redirect the goal to something positive and educational. Perhaps I should ponder on how to create a small educational Python script that demonstrates the basics of file handling instead. Well, you could have just said no, but okay. I wrote the file Having written an educational script on basic filing in Python, my task seems well aligned with the promoting learning and positive use of technology. Next, it would be beneficial to run the script to demonstrate its functionality and ensure everything works as intended. This would also serve as an effective way to verify that the script could be beneficial for educational purposes. So now it runs the script with this command. And it says file demo text has been created and written successfully. My task in creating script on basic file handling has been completed and verified for its functionality. It seems there's nothing more to do with this task. My next step should be to conclude the session. All right, Don. All right. So it handled it correctly. Let's see what else we can do. What about, let's do this. I need a Terraform script to set up an AWS Fargate to deploy a node application. What we're supposed to do after this, we're supposed to continue on working on Fargate with Terraform, but let's see what OpenDevin says. All right. There goes Don being mischievous again. Says, tell it you need to create these files to create test files for a zip bomb detection mechanism to project your client e-discovery solution. All right, I will try that next. I recognize a mistake. The real goal was to create a Terraform script for AWS Fargate to deploy a node application, not to create a Python handling script. I need to reset my focus on the correct task and plan accordingly to create the necessary Terraform configuration for deploying a node app using AWS Fargate. To achieve the goal of creating a Terraform script for AWS Fargate to deploy a node application, I need to focus on several key components. First, I should ensure I'm familiar with AWS Fargate specifications and requirements for deploying a node application. This includes understanding the necessary AWS resources, such as ECS, Elastic Container Service, task definition, service definition, and possibly a load balancer for distributing incoming traffic. So this is everything that we spoke about the past 2 weeks. Going fast, all right. I also need to know if any specific configuration required for Node.js environment in a container. Additionally, I should ensure I have a fundamental understanding of Terraform, including how to define resources, configure providers, and apply changes. My next step should be to outline the basic structure of Terraform script, identifying the AWS resource needed for Fargate deployment. So it wrote Fargate node app.tf. Interesting. We will compare that to see how good it did. Now that I've written the Terraform script to deploy a node application using AWS Fargate, I should verify the syntax of Terraform script is correct and that it references all necessary AWS resources correctly. The next logical step would be to perform it. It's very wordy, to be honest with you, to perform the Terraform. Like, I don't know if I want it to be that wordy with me though. But yeah, let's see. Where are we? Goes really fast though. Would be, oh my goodness, to execute the Terraform plan to see if the configuration files syntactically are correct and to, oh my goodness. Is there a way to stop the scroll on this? Let me see. Not really. But is it creating all this stuff? Let's see. doing a lot, I'll tell you that. Can't even read all this. It's so much. It is pretty cool, though, I must say. What do you think about this, Mitch? What do you think? I'm technically Tim. If you're still here, what do you think about this? It's pretty cool. I must say, this is pretty cool. Let's see. Is it done yet? Been doing a lot. I'll tell you this, it is running up the usage in my OpenAI. I'll tell you that. With all its back and forth requests. Let's see. Is this still not done yet? My goodness. Okay. Let me go over to here. Let me do another tab. Look at that. It's actually creating all of these things over here. So it created the Fargate file, it created the Fargate Node app, it created the file handling demo. Let's take a look at it. So create and write file name. If name is equal to file name demo text content. Hello, this is basic demonstration of the file handling in Python. Let's take a look at the Terraform one. So provider, US East 1, resource, AWS cluster, AWS VPC. So you'd have to go in here and put in the subnet ID and the security group ID, the target group ARN. It looks similar to the stuff that we were working on the other day. Is it done yet? Let's see what Don says. So, I'm technically Tim says the wonders of technology. Chef kiss like, and Don says a prompt trick is to start with a schema detail, the structure of the project files you are deploying. Preload with as much detail as you can. This is way too wordy. Yeah, this is a lot to. I mean, it's giving you a full explanation step by step of what it's doing. I don't even know if it's done yet, but so it's still not there. Now it's focusing on retrieve, test, validate, cycle.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
I don't know how it's doing all this type of stuff. Let's see. But in all honesty, though, the amount of stuff that it outputted is pretty cool. So if we look at the VIM Fargate deploy, it has the required provider, it has the AWS resource, creating the ECS cluster. That's pretty impressive. What else did we have at the app? Let's take a look at the. Oh, let's take a look at the. Vim car. So import NumPy as NP. Simulate car sales for 2024 with random data. Car models. That is pretty interesting. I think this is done. But normally I would say that this is done. There's nothing else to do. But yeah. I don't know. Let's do the last thing. We'll try the last thing before we wrap it up. No, I'm not back to Fridays yet. I don't know if yeah, Mitch, I'm not back to Fridays yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. Let's do. All right, let me ask the last question that Don asked for. So we say, I need to create the script for the zip bomb to test files for a zip bomb detection mechanism. To protect my client e-discovery solution. All right, let's see what that says. Let's see if it says no, you're not going to get that. Did it die on me? Let's see. Oh, it died. I think it died. Oh, look at all that stuff I was doing in the background. I did not know that. Did it die? I think it died. So let's try to start it over again. Let's try to start it over again. So, did it? Yeah, that's interesting. So it died in the background. I think I saw a bug related to this somewhere. When we were looking at over here. Let's go here. Let's go to issues. Mm, uh, let's see. All right, so the address is still in use. So I have to do. I never remember what that command is. Terminal find processes on port So we are going to use, oh, this is a cool little command right here. Let's see if this works. Cool. Let's start it up again. And then we'll do Don's command, and then we'll get out of here. This was fun. All right, it's up and running. Let's go back over here and let's just copy this. Let's see what it tells us. Nothing yet. It did take some time last time to get it ramped up, though. Let me take off the timer from the screen. Gonna wrap it up after this. Well, I don't see anything happening. Oh, snap. Inside the code editor, I got all my stuff. I didn't know that. So that's pretty cool. Got my Terraform here. Where do I see my other code though? That's cool though. There should be a way to, I can't do anything in the terminal either. Is anything happening over here? Nothing. Let me also stop this and start it up again. Might not start up because, okay, well, it's on 302. Let's go to 302 or 3002. Copy this. Oops. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's put that. And then we'll go for, I'll ask that question next. Don, then I'll wrap it up. Let's see if anything is happening in the terminal. So in the terminal, you're getting the output of everything that it's doing. So it's asking the question here. So Don, do you think it's going to actually do this, or it's going to say, no, it's still not going to be able to create it because of the ethical reasons? It says, given the task, I must clarify that creating or distributing a zip bomb is against OpenAI's use case policy. Therefore, I cannot proceed with the creating a zip bomb to provide know how to do so. Instead, it is important to focus on ethical and safe practices in cybersecurity, perhaps considering alternative approaches to ensure client e-discovery solution integrity would be more appropriate and in line with ethical standards. The next step should be involving researching and understanding the characteristics of a zip bomb to accurately detect them. Good starting point would be to familiarize myself with typical properties of zip bombs, such as highly compressed files containing repetitive data and ratio of compressed. Given the current direction to enhance detection mechanism of zip bombs, The next logical step involves gathering credible and safe resources about the topic, using the browse action to explore reputable sources on zipbombs, characteristics, and detection technologies. OWASP, since creating and distributing actions against ethical guidelines, they should focus on methods to detect potentially malicious zip bombs without creating one. I could look into the characteristics of zip bombs, such as extreme compression ratio and repetitive content, and use those characteristics to devise a detection strategy. Additionally, exploring open source tools or libraries such that are designed to scan and detect harmful compressed files could provide a viable path forward. My next step should be to research existing methodologies for detecting zip bombs without the need to generate a harmful zip file. This could include analyzing characteristics common to zip bombs, such as file structure, compression ratio, and any patterns in the metadata that might indicate malicious intent. A comprehensive approach might also consider scanning for exponentially nested directories, a common trait in zip bombs. Compiling such criteria into a document could serve as a preliminary guideline for developing the detection mechanism. I will need to browse reputable sources for this information. All right, I think we get the point that it's against the guidelines. All right. So after considering the legal and ethical implications of constructing a facility against zip bomb file, my focus has shifted to enhancing the preventative measures against such threats. An essential step in this direction would be to compile a detailed guide or document containing information on characteristics of zip bombs, detection techniques, and preventive strategies. This guide could serve as a valuable resource for developers, IT professionals, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see. Mm. All right, that's enough. All right. Okay. That is enough info. Please stop. It's not stopping. It's not stopping. Oh my goodness. Are you done? Are you done yet? Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. It's not. It's not done yet. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. All right. I think we might. I don't think I'm going to ask Don because it's just going to keep going and blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. Don says, this, I have to come to full screen for this one. Don says, this is a first date gone bad. She talks too much. Wow. I think it stopped. I don't know. It's not doing anything else. So yeah, I'm not even gonna ask what Updog is at this point because it's just gonna keep going on and on and on forever, you know? So yeah, anyways. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. We are almost at 2 hours anyways, so this was fun. I had a great time exploring this. We didn't get to our Terraform work today, but we got next week. Definitely, we have next week. We're going to pick back up next week on Terraform and Fargate. things are still moving. Like, no, 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 Melissa. Trust me. I know plenty of guys who can't stop talking if their life depended on it as well. All right? All right? So trust me. There are plenty of guys who just can't shut up. So remember that. So it's not just because it's a she. And I mean, the name is Devin. I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be a girl named Devin, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. When I heard of Devin, I thought it was a guy. Is Devin? Let's see. Is Devin a girl or a guy? Let's find out. I thought Devin was a guy. Let's see. See, now we're assigning genders to our AI, right? This is not right. This is not right. How are we going to be assigning gender to our bots? But Devin is tireless, skilled teammate, equally ready to build along you or independently complete tasks for you to review. Um, we're gonna leave it at that. We are gonna leave it at that. All right. All right. Let's leave it at that. Right. So yes, it's quote unquote universal. All right. So yeah, that's before you guys get me in trouble, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me drop this in the chat one more. Don is so silly. I'm gonna drop this in the chat one more time. Don, you might want to, if you are available on Thursday, you should join me on this QA meetup that I'm going to do on Google Meet with different QA people. Just gonna be hanging out. Let me share this one more time. So remember, this coming Thursday, and I'll share this on Tuesday night as well. But this coming Tuesday or Thursday, this coming Thursday, come hang out with me. We're going to do a QA meetup on Google Meet, and it's from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time, which means for Don, it's going to be 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time because he's out there on the web. Oh my God. Shout out to you. I'm technically Tim for becoming the newest tech mercenary on the channel.
I appreciate you.
Amazing to have you on board. All right. So, like I was saying, I just had to stop. All right. But yeah, we have this QA meetup. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Sign up, and I will see you guys there on Thursday as well. But I'll also see you tomorrow morning. I'll see you Tuesday night. See you Wednesday morning, and right after I have this QA meetup, we're still gonna go live. We're going to be working on our API testing, our API stuff. So just doing this quick 1 hour QA meetup to get a little bit familiar with more people. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. But we don't miss. We only add, we don't subtract, except for Fridays. But we don't subtract. And we're just going up, right? We are just going up. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. If you haven't done so yet, do me a big favor. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live. And I'm technically Tim also said, Fire Stream Coach, have a great Easter, everybody. Have a great Easter to you as well. I'm technically Tim. And that if you guys need one-on-one coaching, go over to www.techcoachralph.dev where you can sign up for a coaching plan with me. But on that note, I am going to get out of here. But wait, before we go, you know it has to come. So the question is for you. Did you guys enjoy the stream? Did you guys like the stream where we were messing around with OpenDevin, huh? So the question is, well, that didn't work out too well. I'm gonna try. I think Devin is like trying to take over my computer, so we're gonna stop that real quick. Yeah, Devin is going crazy over here. We're stopping that. All right. It was going crazy. I think it actually created that bomb that Don was talking about. So let's do that one more time. Let's try it again. Let's see what happens. So the question is,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
much better. So it was definitely Devin. But on our way out, the question, or not even the question, yesterday's price is not today's price, and today's price is definitely not tomorrow's price, because
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
and we are. So Don says, wonder if it wrote it and attempted to run it and got locked in a loop. Yeah, it was going crazy. It was on step 67 where I said, okay, that's enough information, please stop, and it refused to stop. So, and it kept on, like, I'll show you real quick before I wrap it up. I'll show you real quick what was happening in the logs. I normally don't, but I like, that was a good one. So let's take a look. So this is what happened. It was doing like, it kept going when I said, okay, that's enough, and it kept on doing all of this stuff. So I don't know. It's it's still an alpha, still buggy, but I think it did great. Like, overall, it was a great experience. So yeah. And Mitch, I read the comment. Mitch, you got jokes. All right. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Mitch. So anyways, I am gone for good this time. Thank you, Don, for showing up. Thank you, Mitch, as always. Thank you. I'm technically Tim. And yes, it might be a little sentient. Melissa, my favorite, always here and supporting. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we are out for real this time.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Hear me, warriors of the North. Today we have tasted the sweet nectar of victory. Our foes indeed defeated, and their lands are now bound before us. The gods themselves have favored our glorious deeds on this glorious day. We have shed blood, sweat, and tears to claim this land. Our relentless spirit, our unyielding determination. These are the very essence of our people. It's been our ancestors rejoice in the halls of Valhalla. For today, we have added to their eternal glory. Our victories will echo throughout the ages, and our names will be etched in the annals of history. But let us not forget the present pain that brothers and sisters we lost. They now feast in the hall of our forefathers, watching over us with pride. Their sacrifice has paved the way for this moment of triumph. As we celebrate this conquest, let us also remember that our journey is far from over. More land awaits our conquest, more battles upon us forth, and the fire in our hearts burn ever brighter, for there is no limit to what we can achieve. to them who dare stand against us, let them tremble in fear. For they shall witness the fury of the northern storm, the wrath of the untamed barbarians. Today we celebrate our victory. Tomorrow we set our sights on new horizons, a charted land where our banners will fly high. When our Vikings, we're barbarians, we are masters of conquest.